Hello everyone, myself Aniket Nikam. Today we are going to study the closure set of attributes as well as inference rules. So when database designer he develops a database, so there are three approaches. First approach is we convert the ER diagram into the tables. So we make ER diagram and then convert. Second approach is we take requirement of functional dependencies, and based on functional dependencies we make a normalized table. Third is a mixed approach where we take functional dependencies as well as ER diagram and then we convert into the tables, normalized tables. So now for this we need to understand the functional dependencies and additional functional dependencies. So now here you understand this F1 and F2 are the two functional dependencies. So F1 functional dependency represents that it is gathered from requirement, that is basic functional dependencies, and F2 are the additional functional dependencies that have been found out or that can be found out after the requirement gathering. Now here F is a total functional dependency which is addition of F1 as well as F2. F1 is a gathered functional dependency as F2 is a new discovered or you can say explored functional dependency. Now in this case, let's say F1 is given, or we have F1 having A determines BC, C determines D, then E determines F, and then FG determines HI. So how to find out the additional functional dependency, that is F2. So first method is called inference rule. So when we go with the inference rule, so inference rule is very easy technique, but it fails as the number of functional dependency increases. So in this case, what we will do, we will divide like this. A determines BC means what? A determines B according to inference rule, as well as A determines C. Okay. Now the next functional dependency given is what? C determines D. So understand, A determines C and C determines D. That according to inference rule, it also follows that A determines D. We can definitely conclude this. A determines D. So A determines D is not given in the F1, but it is additional, or you can say the new discovered functional dependency. So when we want to use the closure set, so how to use the closure set? It is very good technique. It also very good for when the number of functional dependencies are more. Okay. Now closure set represented like this: A plus. You can say that this is a closure of A. Now how to find out? So we have algorithm. I will show you the algorithm for this. Now understand, represent X is equal to, take the left hand side of first requirement A functional dependency. So we will take here A. So just let's understand X is equal to A. That is what left side of the functional dependency. Now whatever you get on right side, just add this. Okay, because A determines BC. That's why we can write down A determine A and A determine BC is equal to, now you can write out next step. What is the left hand side? You can find out. Okay, you can see ABC. So among the ABC, can you find out A is over? Can you find out B here? No. Can you find out C here? Yes. So what comes on the right side of C, that is D. So you are going to add this A, B, C and you will add here D here. Okay. Now again we will move toward. So can you find out any on the left hand side? A, B, C, D. A is over, C is over, B and D is not there. So that time what we will do, we will just leave this. So this is what closure set of attribute. This is very important technique to find out the functional dependencies or candidate key, primary key from the table, because I'm going to explain this how to find out candidate key as well as primary key based on using closure set. That is very famous technique. Now here this rule says that A plus, you can say that A is equal to A determines A determines B, A determines C, and A determines D here. So now understand, this means that A determines A determines B, A determines C, and A determines D. So we were having A determine AB and A determine BC we were having, and C determine D that we were having. But here A determines D is a new functional dependency. Okay. So that is A determines D. We have found out this is what F2 additional functional dependency using the closure set of attributes. So closure set of attributes is used in finding out the candidate keys, finding out the primary key. So when closure set will cover or will you can say determine all the attributes in a relation, so that can be a candidate key or a primary key. So I will explain you with the help of example. Now you can see here, this is algorithm for finding out the closure set of attribute. You can take a screenshot for this, or you can write down. Just I'm going to hold here. Okay, so you can read. Now here we will solve another example for finding out the closure set of attribute. So algorithm is very simple. Again I'm going to explain. I'm going to try in Hindi. If you are not understanding in English, just understand here. First we will take the first functional dependency. So now it is having left part as well as right part. So take a left part of functional dependency. So let's say we will find out the A closure. So we can find out the closure for B, E, D, F, no problem. Okay. So we will start with A and we will write. Then we will take X is equal to with A, left hand side. Okay. Now here, what A determines? A determines B. Is it not? So we will take A and we will add B here. Okay. Now from A, B, can you find out anything on left? Now A is already we have taken. So now you get B. So what is right of B? D. So we will add in the next step. That is what A, B and D. Okay. Now what is on left hand side of A, B and D? Can you get? So A, B is over now. A also over, B also over. Now we have D. So what is right hand on the E, D? That is E. So we are going to add in the next step. That is A, B, D and E. Very simple. Now what is the, just understand A, B, D are over here. Now E here, can you find out E on the left hand side? Yes, it is here. Now what E determines F, so F will go on the right hand side. So whatever comes on the right hand side, that we are going to add, that is A, B, D, E, then F we are going to add on the right hand side. So now can you get F on the left hand side? Yes, we are getting F on the left hand side. So we are going to again add F, A, B, D, E, F, and what F determines? F determines GH. That's why we are going to add here GH. Very simple technique here, but this technique is very powerful for finding out, again I am telling, for primary key and candidate keys. So now A determines, let's say R is a relationship having A, B, C, let's say D, A, B, D, E, F, G, H. So now this is having all attributes A, B, D, E, F, G, H. C is not here. Now when A determines all the attributes of the relation, that time A can be called as a candidate key, or you can say A can be called as a primary key. Okay, now in this case it's like, again I am going to explain the algorithm in Hindi. यहाँ पे हमें फंक्शनल डिपेंडेंसीज दी गई है, तो हम यहाँ पे कंपेयर करेंगे. फर्स्ट वी विल राइट x इज इक्वल टू a. तो हमने यहाँ पे a लिखा, तो a लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में था, तो हमने पहले a से शुरू किया. फिर बाद में a के दाएं हाथ में क्या मिलेगा आपको? राइट हैंड साइड b. सो जस्ट वी हैव एडेड b. सो हमने b यहाँ पे ऐड किया. अभी हम देखेंगे कि b लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में कहीं पे आ रहा है क्या? फंक्शनल डिपेंडेंसीज के आ रहा है. तो b किसको डिटरमाइन कर रहा है? d को. तो हमने d जो राइट हैंड साइड में है वो ऐड किया क्लोजर में. ओके, नाउ अगेन देखेंगे कि यहाँ पे आपको d कहाँ पे लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में मिल रहा है? आपको मिल गया. तो d के राइट हैंड साइड में क्या है? e. तो आपने यहाँ पे क्या किया? e को ऐड किया नेक्स्ट स्टेप में. तो आप यहाँ पे देखोगे कि e आपको या कोई भी जो बचा हुआ है आपको लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में मिल रहा है, तो आपको e यहाँ पे मिला. e के राइट हैंड साइड में क्या है? f. e के राइट हैंड साइड में है f. तो आपने यहाँ पे f को ऐड किया. तो आप f लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में ढूंढोगे, आपको मिल रहा है f, मिल गया. f के राइट हैंड साइड में क्या है? gh. तो आपने यहाँ पे gh ऐड कर दिया. So this is nothing but the closure set of attributes. Now this example, this question is asked in GATE 1999. So they have given the relation A, B, C, D, E and having functional dependencies. C determines F, E determines A, EC determines D and A determines B. Now they have asked a question of key of R. So now in this case, what is key of R? So key can be a primary key. So generally we can call key as a primary key, or key can be a candidate key. So now here this key generally means a primary key. Now what is candidate key and what is primary key? So I will repeat it again, that primary key, first I will tell about the candidate key. What is candidate key? So if a key determines all the attributes of the relation, after finding out closure, let's say A determines A, B, C, D, E, F. So in this case we can say that A is a candidate key. So we have, let's say we can be having AB is a candidate key, AC is a candidate key, or D is a candidate key, and we can have A as a candidate key. Okay, so minimal candidate key we can call as a primary key. So we can, if let's say there are three are candidate key, we can choose one as a primary key. So primary key uniquely defines tuple or record in a relation. Let's say our Aadhaar card, mobile number, or our you can say the PRN number, or bank account number. So those all are nothing but the primary keys. Okay, so primary key uniquely defines something. It identifies unique tuple, unique record in a relation or in a table. Okay, that is called as a primary key. So now candidate key can be more, but we choose one key from the many candidate key as a primary key. So in this question they have asked the key. Let's start with the question how to solve this question with the help of closure. Now first we will take the functional dependency. The functional dependency given is like this: C determines F. So we have here C determines F. So we will find out the closure. So we will find out C closure is equal to X is equal to, we'll take left hand side of C. Okay, so now next step is C determines F. So we will write here F on the right hand side. Then we will check whether F comes on the left hand side. There is F did not come on the left hand side. Okay, now we will find out the closure of E. Okay, so we will find out here E closure is equal to, we will compare X is equal to E. Then what comes on the right hand side of E? You can say the A. So we will add here EA. Then what comes on the right hand side of, can you find out A here on left hand side? Yes. So what A determines B. So you can write down E, A as and B. So you can you find out B on the left hand side? No. Okay. So now here you can get E determines EAB. Okay. And C determines CF. Okay. So now if we compare if we add E closure plus C closure, then what you get here? You get the functional dependencies A, B, E, C, F. Now you can get here EC. When you have EC, what? EC determines D. So you can add here functional dependency, you can add here D also. So you can write down A, B, C, D, E, F. This is what? So key must be E and C. Okay, so the option should be B. Okay, so EC is the correct option for finding out the functional dependencies, finding out the primary key. This is one way. Another way I will tell you how to solve this problem. So I need to okay, so I will do on the right hand side. So we need to find out, this was a GATE 99 question. This we can find out, we can do in simple manner. Now first technique, I use this technique many times. So we have given first functional dependency is what? C determines F. Okay, so here the first functional dependency. Now understand, so C determines F. So we can write down C determines CF because C also determines C. Now can you find out F on the left hand side? No. Can you find out C on the left hand side? No. Can you find out the combination of C on the left hand side? S. So what is that? That is what? E. So we will add here E and C. Okay, so E determines E also. So we'll write down ECF. Okay, so now EC also determines D. So we can write down EC determines ECFD. Okay, now can you find out left hand side something? A. So can you find out E determines also A? So we have added E already, but we did not add an A. So we can write down EC determines ECFDA. Okay, and ECFDAB. If you rearrange this, then it will be ABCDEF. This is one simple technique to find out the candidate key. So now understand, I have used the simple method to find out the candidate key ABCD. So that option is confirmed that the key for this relationship is EC. So we want to check for, we can check for the another relationship. Let's say we take example of CD. So what CD determines? So CD determines itself, C determines C and D determines D. So what C determines here? What C determines, C also determines F. On the right hand side we write directly. Again we have F here. Now understand what E determines. E we don't have. Okay, so E determines A, EC determines D, C determines F. So CD can only determine CDF. So it does not determine, in this case it does not determine A, it does not determine B. So CD cannot be a key in this case. So we reject the option CD. So another options were, now third option was A and AC. So what about the A? If we check AE, what about the AE? Then let's understand which is on the left hand side. A determines B, it determines A itself, A determines B. So I have written B on the right hand side. So again check anything coming on right hand side, no. So AE only determines AB, but it does not determine, you can say, the D, F, okay, and C. So it cannot be again primary key, okay. It cannot be key. And last option is AC. So what about the AC? If you write here AC, so AC we will write down, check A on the left hand side, yes, A determines AC also, A determines B also. I have written okay, AC we have, C determine F, so we can write here C determine F, so we can add here F on the right hand side. Now you cannot have anything extra. So in AC relationship we don't have here D as well as E, okay, that is missing. That's why AC also cannot be a key. So that's why our option is EC. EC is a key for this relationship. So thank you very much for watching this videos. So now in detail I am going to explain the keys, different keys used, and then I will move toward partial functional dependency, then transitive functional dependency, then what is 1NF, what is 2NF, what is 3NF, what is BCNF, how to convert 2NF into 3NF, 3NF into BCNF, what are the benefits as well as disadvantages of the different normal forms, and questions regarding asked in the NIC, NET as well as GATE we are going to solve in the next video. Thank you very much. I request you all to subscribe my YouTube channel to get the new update videos of new updates. And if you have any questions, you can write in a comment. If you have any doubt, if you are not getting my teaching, you can also write me. That's why I can help you. Thank you very much for watching again.